Good idea, I know how to go up. There you go.
Craig, not an easy place to win, but you get it fairly comfortably in the end.
Yeah, we, I think it's just only the second time we've been here since I've coached the Storm, so a lot of our players don't actually play here. Will Chambers, he hadn't played here. I think we last played here in 2008 at the same time. So yeah, it's obviously it's obviously a tough place to play. It's crowd are quite vocal, and we've got a little bit coming into it, I might say. So, but having said that, it's yeah, I thought the boys played really well tonight. Obviously, the Tigers were really fired up at the start of the game, and they had really good line speed, and they come out and put a fair bit of pressure on us. But we sort of, I suppose, weathered the storm and then got into the rhythm of our game, which was good. And that's what we wanted to do.
You're building nicely at the right time of the year.
Oh yeah, still a long way to go. I'm still probably on a bit of a pessimist at times, but a bit of a realist. We had a real up and down first 17 weeks. And we've shown a little bit more consistency the last month, but we just need to make sure we keep that going and not drop back into playing for periods of games or preparing differently each week and not performing like we should. So, like I say, there's still a fair way to go, and we've still got some improvement in us. But we need to work hard to make sure that we do, and not drop back into that inconsistent pattern we had the first 17 weeks of the competition.
What do you think of that obstruction call in the first half, Craig? Is that try?
Yeah, I thought it was probably fair enough. I think Galway he didn't actually get blocked, but he had to go another 1 or 2 metres, and when you got to go another 1 or 2 metres that close to the line, it was probably fair enough.
Craig, you've gotten all 3 games since the Origin period ended. Are you playing a sort of formation that you want to be playing? Oh yeah, the biggest thing for me is our defence. Our defence has improved out of sight in the last 4 weeks, and our attack hasn't been as crisp at times as we'd like, but certainly the big thing for me was our defence. Our stats were really down, and I think Cameron made the point a couple of times about our attitude to defence, and that certainly picked up the last month. And that to me, that's been the big difference. And we defended really well there tonight too, and especially in that second half. They had a few sets on our line, and we defended that really well. So hopefully we can keep that up.
Cam, as a player, where do you feel you're at? There's a lot of people writing you guys off middle part of the year, but back end, how do you feel you come around?
Yeah, I look very pleased with the way we've improved over the last month. There's no doubt about that. As Craig mentioned, there's still a long way to go for us. I still feel we can play better, but I think defensively, I'm just really happy with the attitude that the boys got at the moment, particularly our goal line defence. I just think our commitment to keeping the opposition away from the try line at the start of the year wasn't where it needed to be, but now it is. It's the boys they just don't want anyone crossing their line, and I think we've conceded something like maybe 6 tries or 7 tries in the last month. So that's very pleasing. When you're doing that, you're always going to be hard to beat, no matter how well you're playing in attack. But as Craig said, we're still building, and but the good thing is that there's a lot of effort in our preparation. There's a lot of effort in our game day, and our execution is improved outside from the start of the season.
Craig, usually in recent games where there's been things that have been testy late in the game, the people or players are blaming the referees, the players get frustrated with interpretations and stuff. Tonight got a bit fiery towards the end. Was that the contributing factor tonight, do you think?
Yeah, I think it was. Like you can hear in those rabbits ears, to me, and I'm not trying to be critical here, but, well, I probably am. I'm not trying to be, but I probably am going to be critical. But the referees just seem to have problems communicating or being on the same page. There's one there, supposed to be the head referee, supposed to be at the 10 metres most of the time. There's one there to referee the ruck. And how many times tonight in the rabbits ears we heard markers are off, markers are off? We heard that twice in the first half, and the markers got in the tackle, there was no penalty. Another couple of times, the guy at the ruck's calling hand on ball. Sometimes, you'll penalise it. from the 10 metres, and sometimes he just lets it go. So the guy at the ruck, you know, we've got to take him as just as important as the chief referee. I know that the chief referee's got the title. But at the end of the day, if he's going to be on the field, if he's refereeing the ruck, you've got to go on his calls. He's 2 metres away. The chief referee's 10 metres away. So you think he's got a better view of that. So again, I don't understand why sometimes, you know, the guy at the ruck is called hand on ball or he's called markers out, and then sometimes we penalise it, sometimes we don't. So, you know, if the chief referee thinks he's got a better view, well, perhaps, you know, but from 10 metres away, you think that's hardly the case. So, for me, I know it's frustrating up in the box listening to that. So it's obviously frustrating for the players too. And I'm not just talking about our players. I'm talking about both teams. We heard that, you know, a few times tonight. So, like I say, I think I'm not quite sure what we do about. But my thought is that if, you know, the deputy referee, if his job is to control the ruck, well, 99% of the time you're going to take notice of him, because that's his job. And it's 50-50 whether you take notice of him or not, you know. So it gets frustrating when you hear markers called out, then they get penalised, and then the next set of 6 or 3 sets of 6 later, you hear markers out, called out, and then he goes into tackle, and they don't give a penalty. That's a frustrating thing. I think that's one thing they've got to look really closely at.
Craig, Cooper Cock, I was at the forced break during the origin period. Is he more refreshed at this time of the year, do you feel, than he would otherwise be?
Oh, well, obviously he is, because of, you know, the time he had off. Sometimes, you know, being refreshed is not the ideal thing, you know. Sometimes it's, you know, it's good that he's had a bit of a break, but sometimes you lose a bit of rhythm and, you know, that game hardness, I suppose, you know, when you have 6 weeks off. But it doesn't look like it's, you know, affected him at all. You know, he's, you know, I keep saying each week, you know, he's just so professional in how he prepares and how he looks after himself. So there wouldn't be anyone come back in better nick or in a better mental state, you know, to play footy after 6 weeks out. And you just seen the result of that. So I don't think it would have mattered whether he'd been, you know, he played them 6 weeks or hadn't played them 6 weeks. You know he's going to be well prepared this time of year. Thanks. Sorry, mate?
How important is the home final for the top 4?
At the end of the day, we're still the opinion. I know it's, you know, still there's 5 weeks to go. You know, we're not looking at the table. We're just worried about our performance. And at the end of the day, if we're 5th, if we're 6th, you know, where we've got to play and who we've got to play, that's the way it is. You know, so we won't worry about it.
Let's get in the top 8, eh?